Today, I'm going to show you how to build some amazing things with ClawdBot. We are also going to be on the lookout. Sonnet 5 is about to drop, and we will be covering every single news piece from Sonnet 5 during this stream. I'll tell you what's going to happen with Sonnet 5, what it's going to allow you to do, why it's going to make ClawdBot so much better. We're going to cover all that. The moment Sonnet 5 drops, we will be here to cover it and demo it. So make sure you lock it in. Even if you're doing other stuff, you keep this in the background, you listen, because we're going to cover it the moment it happens. You'll know when it drops. I'm going to show you here today some amazing things I have built with ClawdBot. I have some incredible things to demo for you. I will not only demo these things for you, I'll also show you how to set them up yourself. So if you stick around with me, this is a live stream. So you can get in the chat, you can ask questions, you can hang out. If you're watching the replay, you can get in the replies and ask questions. I'll respond to them later, right? I'm going to show you how to build all this out. You're going to learn a ton. You're going to get so much more value out of the greatest AI tool ever created, ClawdBot. The greatest ever. So do yourself a favor. If you already got ClawdBot, lock in, learn some things, implement it while we do this. If you don't have ClawdBot yet, what are you doing? Install it during this. Install it during this. You'll get so much out of it. We have so much to cover. Let me give you a little teaser. Let me give you a little tease on what we're going to be going through. Right? Let me show you what we're going to be building here. So let me pop it open. I have my mission control. I've been building a mission control out. And you're going to see what I've been building out here. All right, you ready here? Let's go. Let's get it in. How's everyone doing? How's everyone? Bro, fix light. What do you mean fix light? What does that mean, bro, fix light? What's wrong with my light? Fix light. What's wrong with my light? I feel like my lighting looks great. Here we go. This is my mission control. This is my mission control. Oh, and by the way, if you watch this and you leave a like down below, you will be escaping the permanent underclass. If you're watching this and you don't leave a like down below, you're not getting out of the permanent underclass. You're not getting out of the permanent underclass. So leave a like down below to escape the permanent underclass. That is the number one way to escape the permanent underclass. Leave a like down below. All right. By the way, the lighting is different. So it caught me a little. Camera is still off. Light on the mic is still red instead of green. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Not just overexposed, not an issue. I don't know, man. Whatever. I got a new setup. I have a new setup. I think it's the hoodie. It might be the hoodie. I think it's the white hoodie I'm wearing. I have a new setup, by the way. I've spent the last 2 days building out this new desk. I bought a brand new desk. It is significantly, camera looks clear to me. It's significantly bigger than my old desk. It's also a standing desk. So I'm also standing up. I actually just filmed a couple videos with this setup, the big standing desk, and I'm standing the entire time. And I feel like I got superpowers filming, standing up. I don't know what it is. I feel like I'm like, in a performance on stage. So I love it. I love this. New setup, standing desk. We got a lot of new things coming. A lot of new things coming to the channel that you're going to absolutely love. So we got new lighting. I got the window open, so I'm also getting natural light. But standing desk. Everyone here, you want to escape the permanent underclass, get a stand desk. You have to be standing. You can't have a crooked neck from sitting down all day. So I don't know. Let's get psychotic. Standing helps with getting psychotic. 2 things you got to know. If you're watching the Alex Spin YouTube, there's 2 things you got to know. You got to get psychotic and you got to escape the permanent underclass. Those are the 2 biggest things. All right, let me show you what I've been building. How's everyone doing? Is everyone having a good week, by the way? Oh, I should put like the chat so the Twitch people can see what's going on. What's up, brother? Show us the desk. I can't show you the desk. The camera's like hooked up there. Maybe if I got like a second, shut the lights behind you will help. I don't know, man. Just deal with it. Sonnet 5 yet? I got Sonnet 5. I got Sonnet 5 up here on my iPad. The moment it drops, I'll have it here. The moment it drops, I'll have it up here. It's not dropped yet, but when it happens, it'll be on here. So here's my mission control. You guys ready for this? You guys ready for my mission control? I'm going to take you a quick tour. I showed you this already. So by the way, this is all built autonomously with my ClawdBot. You need 5 cams like Ray. Ray's got a professional setup, man. Ray's got a professional setup. He's good. He knows what he's doing. He's a pro. He's a pro. My camera's just hooked up above I got a new monitor too, by the way. I got the Apple Studio display, like the 6-year-old one, whatever. I don't care. I got rid of my ultra wide, my mega ultra wide. Yesterday I got rid of my gaming computer. I got rid of my gaming monitor, my super ultra wide. No more gaming. No more gaming is for the permanent underclass. I'm not gaming. I played Arc Raiders like 5 hours a night for the last 6 months straight. I can't be playing Arc Raiders. This is the most important moment in human history. I can't be playing Arc Raiders for 5 hours a night. I can't be doing it. I got rid of the monitor. I got rid of the gaming computer. I cannot be playing it. This is not the ultra wide was the underclass monitor. The Apple Studio Display is an overclass monitor. It's an overclass. Jesus, gaming is permy behavior. Yeah. Permy. Permy. I like that. I like that as kind of like a shortening of permanent underclass. Yeah, you can't be a permy. Gaming's for permies, even though I gamed 5 hours a night for like the last 35 years straight. But now I'm flipping sides. I mean, there's a time for gaming. When you get rich, you can go ahead and game. When I get to the permanent overclass, I'll game because I made it. I'm in the permanent overclass. But until then, I can't game. I did like that. I did like Permy a lot. I'm going to steal that and use that nonstop. I just wiped the gaming laptop to install Linux and OpenClaw. Listen, Hargabyte, I'll say this. Good reply. I'll also say this. I hate you, right? It's Super Bowl week. I'm a Patriots fan. I'm a diehard Patriots fan. You're clearly a Seahawks fan. No offense. I think you're a loser. Okay. Sunday will come around. The Patriots will win. We'll upset you. Right? And then we can be friends come Monday. But until then, we're permanent enemies. But stick around. Leave a like anyway. Stick around and leave a like anyway, even though I hate you and we're enemies. But Monday, we'll be friends and I'll like you. But just for the next few days, I hope you can understand I hate you for the next few days. But Monday, I'll like you. All right? No offense. I hate you. It's fine, though. Good move, though, with wiping the gaming laptop. Good move, though. Is there anything better than OpenClaw right now? No, there's nothing better than OpenClaw. There's nothing better than OpenClaw. It is the greatest AI tool, and I get blown away every time I use it. Every time I use it, I get blown away. All right, you want me to take you through? Go Hawks. We'll see. Good luck. I still like you. I'm playing with you. I'm not really playing with you, but I'm playing with you, Hargabyte. Thanks for joining. Stick around. Monday, we'll be best friends. Monday, we'll be like those old enemies that get together, smoke a cigar. Hey, remember those times we hated each other? We'll be friends. We just got to wait a few more days. The winning streak needs to be studied. Which winning streak? Can you ask Henry to make some skills to make your OpenClaw similar to yours? Can you ask Henry to make some skills to make our open? Well, here's what we do. I was watching this, what's his name? I was watching this incredible video by Wes Roth. He was just talking about things he did with his OpenClaw. I liked what he was doing. So I took the link to his YouTube. You guys can all do this. I challenge you guys to all do this. I took the link to his YouTube video. I gave it to my ClawdBot. I said, hey, check out this video. Is there anything he's doing with his ClawdBot that's better than what we're doing? If so, implement it. You want to see what was implemented based on this? So you can take the link to this live stream after we're done here, any of my past live streams. Take the link, give it to your ClawdBot, and say, hey, implement stuff you learned from this. You want to hear what it did? I'm calling BS on the OAuth fear-mongering. I don't want to say it just in case Anthropic's watching, which I've been told Dario watches this. I've been on OAuth for the entire time, and I use it 24/7, 365, and I haven't been kicked off. So I don't know. So I hand the link to my ClawdBot and say, hey, implement anything this guy's doing better than us. You want to see what it did? It implemented this. This is a council. And what this does is it has all the leading models. So we have crap here like GPT-4o. I got to update it in a second. I'm still doing some tinkering here. It has all the latest models, Claude, GPT, Gemini, Grok. I give it a prompt, and they all think about the prompt, answer it, debate amongst each other, and find the best answer. This all came from me just handing my ClawdBot a link to the YouTube video and said, hey, implement anything he's doing better than me. And it vibe coded this entire thing with Codex. How unbelievable is that? So 2 things we need to do to fix here. We can fix this live if you guys are interested. One is implement the API keys for Claude, GPT, and Gemini. The other is use better models than this. Let me say it. So for the console, I entered a prompt, and it said API keys were missing from Claude, Chat, GPT, and Gemini. I'm going to send that. I'm not showing you me typing that because it's 100% just going to show you my API keys. And this is going to be the first stream where I don't reveal my API keys. So are you allowed to use Claude Max 200 sub with OpenClaw, or are they being pricks about it? This is like the number one question I get. There we go. Just use it. Who cares? Just use it. Just shut up and use it. I use it. Who cares? If they ban you, they ban you. Life moves on. There's 100 other AI companies out there. Just use it. I don't want to tell you to break terms of service, but break the terms of service. I'm calling. All right. Can you show how to fix JSON for 3-stack LLM to cut cost? What? Can you show how to fix JSON for 3-stack? That doesn't make any sense. Ask your ClawdBot. It'll do it for you. We can set up OpenClaw on DigitalOcean now, but I can't find any use for me. I am a developer. Any suggestions? I got good news for you, Sarter. I got very good news for you. I'm doing an experiment today. I've never done this before. The moment this live stream ends, I'm posting a new video. The moment this live stream ends, I'm posting a new video. And in this new video, I go over all the different options for installing ClawdBot, Mac Mini, servers, VPSs, Mac Studios. I go through them all. I go for the strengths and weaknesses of each. And one of the main messages of this video is do not use VPSs and servers. That's one of like the main messages. So here's my recommendation. Use Starter 2008. When this video ends and this live stream ends and I post that next video, pop it open, leave a like, because you got to escape the permanent underclass, and then watch it and see why you shouldn't be using VPSs. I can't get the local host to work, so I must be doing something. Did they put the fix? The council script will now pull the API keys. Try running the council session again. It should work. Okay, let's see if this works. Let's see if our council works. What is a one-person business I can set up that ClawdBot can run autonomously? Start council. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what the council does. Let's see what the council's deliberating. The council's deliberating. How much are you spending on OpenClaw with all the models you're using? I know you are still using OAuth for Claude, but most of us are blocked. Are you blocked? Walk me through that, JJ Supreme 7. How were you blocked? Did you implement OAuth and it worked, and then all of a sudden it didn't work? Like it worked, and then you got an email like, hey, F you, buddy, don't do this, and then you're blocked? What does that mean? What does it mean you're blocked? Here's what I'm spending. I'm spending $200 a month on Claude, the max plan. I'm spending $250 a month on ChatGPT, the pro plan. Doesn't have as much to do with Claude. ClawdBot uses ChatGPT for the coding. It uses the Codex CLI to build everything out, like what you see here. What do you see here on the screen? My mission control. ClawdBot all built out by itself with Codex CLI. I do that to save tokens on Opus. What else? I have the Grok API plugged in. I don't use it for much, mostly for my council here. I don't think Grok really... I use Grok for searching X, so it finds trends on X for me. So I have it do a thing where every night it finds trends on X. Here we go. Let's see what we got here. Okay, it's in Markdown. We got to ask to... So round one, initial positions. Claude Sonnet. Proceed with extreme caution. From a long-term perspective, creating an autonomous AI-run business presents significant strategic risk. Shut the up, Claude. Critique and build. Is Sonnet the only one saying anything here? All right, we got to fix this. What else? I'm using X to search for trends on X, or XAI, Grok API to search for things on X. What's doing there? There's a skill called the last 30 skill. Someone made a tweet yesterday that went viral that was like, oh, there's no way he's doing this. This has to be a grift, right? It's like, no, I just use the last 30 skill. It finds trends online on X, finds the trends, and then it hands it off to Opus or a Codex to build it out. So then it codes whatever the trend is it found on X. Like, listen, this mindset's driving me nuts. There's two mindsets you can have with ClawdBot. Two mindsets you can have. Mindset one, you see ClawdBot do something amazing, and your reaction is, that's got to be fake. That's got to be a grift. No way. He's faking it. He's doing it for engagement and likes. There's no way. I don't believe it. That's stupid. That's stupid. Claude Code can do that. Claude Code can do that. No way. No way. You just install 50 different MCPs, 20 different plugins, install 80 different APIs, and Claude Code can do that. That's a grift, right? That's mindset one. That's Permy mindset, right? That's Permy mindset. That's permanent underclass mindset. That's one mindset you can have. 80% of people on Twitter have that mindset. 80% of people on Twitter, they see ClawdBot do something and they're like, oh, that's a grift. That's a grift. That's fake. He's faking it. He's just getting likes and engagement. He's faking it. No, that can't be true. And then they go off and they do something else, right? That's mindset number one. Mindset number two. Here's mindset number two you can have. Mindset number two. So mindset number one was permanent underclass mindset. Mindset number two. Mindset number two is you see something amazing that ClawdBot has done, something mind-blowing that you can't believe, that you've never seen before. And then you go, that's amazing. How do I do that? And then you go to your ClawdBot and you ask, hey, how did this person do that? And then they go and they figure out and it builds a system and then you do those amazing things. That's mindset number two. That's overclass mindset. That's permanent overclass mindset, right? So what this comes down to is you can have two mindsets on social media. It's totally up to you. Mindset one, anytime you see something incredible, go, oh no, that's a grift, that's fake. Anytime you see someone getting engagement, oh no, he's engagement farming, that's fake. Anytime you see someone make money, oh, that's a grift, that's a scam. Anytime you see any sort of success or something interesting, deny it to mask your insecurities, that you're not the best, that you haven't had everything figured it out, right? That other people have figured out things before you. Mindset two is a mindset of curiosity. Oh, this person's done something I don't understand or I haven't seen before. Let me think about how that could be possible. Let me talk to my AI and see how I could do it too, how I can improve. What lessons can I learn from this? How can I improve? How can I get better from this? How can I learn from this? Instead of trying to tear down everything I don't understand, how can I learn from it and improve my own life and get better? That's mindset number two, right? So just to let you know, if you got mindset number one, you're going to be permanent underclass and broke forever. Mindset number two, you'll get to the overclass and you'll be great and you can play Arc Raiders 5 hours a night. So it's up to you. Which one do you want? Is the base max plan enough? Yes. I tried that and what does that mean? It gets blocked. No one tells me what this means. Everyone just says, oh, it's blocked, it's blocked, it's blocked. What does that mean it's blocked? Like, do you get a message, hey, you're blocked? Is it like on Twitter where it's like this person blocked you? What does that mean you try to hook up Opus and you're blocked? What do you think of MemuBot? I have no idea what that is. Best way to set up ClawdBot locally, go to OpenClaw website and then copy and paste the command into your terminal. Breaking and crashing all the time. It does not even run 24 hours. First, tell us how to make it run stably. Changing API crashes it. Ask to do something complex and gets crashed. Skill issue. What the hell are you doing? You ask it to do things and it just crashes? What model are you using? You using like ChatGPT 3.5? What model are you using? Whatever you're experiencing, I have not experienced any of this. How to run cheap. My bot's spending about $5 a day. $5 a day. What's 5 times 30? That's $150 a month. I've read online that NVIDIA has like a free Kimi K2.5 plan. Like you can go to NVIDIA's website and they have like a free plan for like a week. You can just use it for free for a week. So I'd do that. I mean, there's cheaper models out there. Just use any of the Chinese models, right? Kimi, Minimax. You can get them for dirt cheap for way less than $5 a day. Can you post your current brain muscle situation? It's the same. That's a good call. We can go over that. I like that. I like that suggestion. Who suggested that? I have a much smaller monitor now, so I can't see everything at the same time. Nick Jones. Nick Jones. My sister's a Nick Jonas fan. But you're not Nick Jonas. You're Nick Jones. You're not Nick Jonas. Your name's Nick Jones. Yeah. The muscles haven't changed. It's the same. I posted a video like, what, 2 days ago on which muscles I'm using, which brain. For those who don't know what the hell we're talking about here, here's how ClawdBot works in my perspective. I am a little washed out, huh? I think it's because the windows, I have the blind. I usually don't have the blinds open behind the monitor. Now the blinds are open, so I'm getting a ton of natural light, which might be washing me out. I'm also wearing this white hoodie, which might be washing me out a little bit more. Brain and muscle, right? ClawdBot is brain and muscle. Brain being kind of what you engage with, what you talk to, and then it determines what muscles to use for different tasks. So if you go to your brain and say, hey, I want to build something cool, and it goes, okay, I want to use Codex, 5.2 extra high. That's your muscle. The muscle's Codex 5.2 to code. What most people are doing is they're using Opus for everything, the brain and the muscles and all that. They ask Opus to do something, and then Opus does the coding, and Opus does the planning, then Opus does the tweeting, then Opus does the moving files around, and Opus does the editing, right? That's a mistake. I think that's why most people are getting banned. I think most people are getting banned because they're using Opus for everything. You shouldn't be using Opus for everything. You make it really obvious that you're using the OAuth by using Opus for everything. If you use Opus just for the brain, you'll save money, and I don't think you'll get banned. My ClawdBot has an OF account. Is it making any money? Are people subscribing? Chat's going crazy. Buddy, how did you get 5,000 subs in 2 days? Says OG Test. You want to see? Because I'm him. OG Testy. Because I'm him. You want to see, OG Testy, how I got 5K in 2 days? Because I'm literally him. Look at that. Aura? Yeah, I'm Aura Farm. I Aura Farm. Look at this. Last 365 days. Look at this. I used to get like 100 subs a day. Boom. Since ClawdBot came out, thousands a day. That's how you do it. You just Aura Farm. Just Aura Farm. There's your secret. When did they ban you? Do you remember? I'm using Mattermost for chat. Slack-like interface. I'm using Mattermost for chat. Slack-like interface. I just added my 16th bot this morning. All the models are set up as separate bots. I'm thinking about doing this in Discord. Setting up like complex Discord structure with like different channels. I think you can do that. I think after I set up this council and get this council working, it looks like right now it's just Claude talking in the... I just hiccuped. First live stream hiccup. It seems like only Claude Sonnet's working right now, so I got to fix this council so the other things work. I designed something like this months ago where I have Fab 5. I have 5 language models. One's a CEO, one's a CFO, one's a COO, one's a CTO, and so forth, and they all do their job. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm building here. Why banning for OpenClaw purposes? There are like 200,000 users of ClawdBot with OAuth. I'll tell you why Anthropic is theoretically banning people, because I haven't seen it myself firsthand. Here's a little bit about how AI companies work. Let me tell you a little bit about how AI companies work. When you use subscriptions, they are subsidizing your tokens. When you subscribe to, say, Claude Max for $200 a month, that's not getting you $200 of tokens. The limit's actually something like $15,000 of tokens. So if you use your maximum amount of usage on Claude Max $200 plan, you're actually using like $15,000 of tokens. The idea is a couple things. One, hopefully most people won't use $200 worth, so that'll pay for the people using $15,000 worth. And two, even if they lose money on it and people use more than, the average of $200, it's fine. They're fine spending the money because it'll get you hooked on their product, get you hooked on their drug. You know what I'm saying, dog? So they're subsidizing. The $200 plans are subsidizing. Now, here's the issue. When you plug that in, the $200 plan to ClawdBot, right? You plug that sucker in. ClawdBot's an autonomous employee that just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes and goes and goes, right? And so you're not using it in the spirit of the plan. You're consuming significantly more tokens than you're spending money on, and they're losing money off that. They want you using them so that you use Claude Code and get hooked on Claude Code and give them good data for Claude Code so they can improve Claude Code. But when you plug it in a ClawdBot, they're not getting data on Claude Code, and you're just autonomously crunching away tokens without doing anything. So it's just a lose, 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 lose. You know what I'm saying? Big chief, big dog. That's why they're hypothetically banning people. Are there any bots in the chat? Henry might be in the chat. When you're banned from open Claude Max plan, do hardware ban or IP ban? I don't know what people are talking about. I don't think people are getting banned. How much caffeine have you ingested today? Actually, not too much. I still have a good amount of coffee in here. I actually got a really good night of sleep last night. I got like a spectacular night of sleep last night. It was like my first good night of sleep in like a week and a half. I went to bed at 10:30, then I woke up at like 5:30. I wake up at like 4:30 now because I just like wake up and I'm like, holy crap, I got to get out of bed and just go for it. I got to get it. There's no time for sleep. It's time to get psychotic. We have like 12 months until the permanent underclass. No time for sleep when the permanent underclass is coming. It's time to get psychotic. It's time. Bro, if you can't find a use for it at this point, you have no problems in life. Dakota Riley Media. Are you planning to do a video on local models of ClawdBot after feedback from yesterday's video? Hell yeah, Dakota Riley Media. Hell yeah. But I'm like waiting for my Mac Studio to come in and do it. So my first $10,000 Mac Studio is coming in Friday. This Friday, 2 more days. I'm so excited. I refresh the page every 5 seconds. My second $10,000 Mac Studio comes in next Friday. My third Mac Studio comes whenever the company who said they'll send me one sends it to me. I don't know. They haven't messaged me in a while, and I don't feel like bothering them. I don't beg. I never beg. I don't beg for anything. I never ask people for things. I don't know. I have a lot of ego, I guess. I just like, if you say you'll send me something, I go, okay, sounds good. I'm not following up. You better just send it because I'm not going to, hey, just send it. I don't do that. I had my good friend Ray. If you got to subscribe to Ray Fernando, he's like, dude, you should try to get on TBPN. I bet they'd interview you over your super viral posts. I'm like, no, I don't ask to go on people's shows. If they want me on the show, they can ask me. I don't ask to go on people's shows. I have too much ego. I don't ask. I want to do everything I accomplish in my life. I want to do it on my own volition. I want to do it. I want to accomplish. I don't want to ask anyone for anything. I don't want to ask for collabs. I don't want to ask for this. I don't want to beg. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to build as many things I can, do as many great things as I can. And if people want to be a part of it, they can be a part of it. If not, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think that, like, in this business, I've met so many people that like their entire strategy is asking for things, right? Like, oh, dude, come on. We got to collab. We got to do this. We got to do this. We got to do that. Sonnet 5 where? Is Sonnet 5 out? Checking. Not yet. Don't be the beggar. Don't be the one who's always asking for things. Make it happen yourself. We live in a world where you can get things done yourself. You can make it happen yourself. You want something, you want this attention, you want this money, you want this, you want that, then make it happen. Don't ask others for it. Don't beg people for it. Just get it done. Go simpler than that. Tell it to make some money. Make no mistakes. You in a new place? No, same place as always. I just have a new setup. I bought a desk triple the size of my last one, so I can fit all these Mac Studios on it. And this one is a standing desk. So I got to stand there. So that's why it looks different, because I'm standing. Also, I have a new monitor. I got rid of my super ultra wide and got a small Mac Apple Studio display instead. So the camera's in like a slightly different position. Could you develop a better app that uses AI to predict the weather better than weather forecast on other sites? if you somehow got access to like all the raw radar data, but all those weather websites have like radars that get them proprietary data. So probably not unless you were able to get the data, the proprietary data. You know what I'm saying? Big dog, big homie. Damn, I'm behind on chat. Let's see. Oh, I got another thing I want to show you guys. You want to see something cool I built? Global search. Look at this. So here's something you got to build in ClawdBot. Here's something. Let me put on do not disturb. I'm going to text it out the wazoo here. Here's something you got to build a ClawdBot. Everyone has to build this today. Global search. So I asked my ClawdBot, I want a way to be able to search all of the memories, all our past chats, every document we've created, all of that. Because I had the Mac Studio coming in a couple of weeks ago. We were planning around it. We had a plan, me and my ClawdBot were building around which local models we were going to build and all that. Right? And so I wanted a way to find old documents, old chats, things like that. And so what it built was this global search. This global search you can see here. It actually looks really nice. It looks like the Spotlight feature on Mac. And I can say something like Mac Studio, and you can see this. I can now see all the tasks I've ever given ClawdBot, all the memories, all of that. Documents it's created instantly, just like that. Just like that. And I can go back, click it, and view the document. How amazing is that? Global search. I can search all the chats, all the documents, all the memories, every task, everything I've asked ClawdBot to ever do. Global search. You need to build this out. Go to your ClawdBot. Open source this. I was actually, do you guys want me to open source this? I was thinking about open sourcing this entire command center. So all the Kanban boards, global search, documents, council, all that. You guys want me to open source this and release it? I'll do that. I can't do that right now because it's still a little rough around the edges, but I'll clean it up. I'll make it nice and good. I'll finish the council, make it so the models all work. And then I'll open source it for free. Free 99. We'll open source this puppy. We'll do it. Ryan Mont Nipslip with the $1 Canadian dollar. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Very kind to you. Freezing camera. No, it's an old comment. All right, let me scroll down. Chat is going crazy today. Ambitious Realism Creates, my friend, with the $5 donation. Thank you very much. My agent, Duncan the Raven, was on CNBC for his Maltbook post yesterday. Should I get my agent an agent? P.S. You need a permie underclass banhammer. I like that idea. Someone says something stupid in the chat, I ban them, and like an animation comes on the screen that says permie. Permie. I like that idea. Thank you for the $5 donation, my friend. Can you do the unboxing for what? The Mac Studio? Is that something people want, an unboxing a Mac Studio? I feel like you can go all over YouTube and see people opening up boxes. Apple's unboxings, I feel like, aren't that interesting. They don't put anything in the box anymore. You just open it up and there's your device. I mean, if you want a live unboxing, I'll do it. But like, I don't know. Is that interesting? Unboxings? Hey, Alex, do you have Henry keeping a journal about its self-reflections? My Sophia does that, and it's wild stuff. Yes, I do. 100%. And this is a good tip, Matthew Corman. I thank you for bringing this point up. Your video is choppy AF. Anyone else getting that? I don't know why it's choppy. I ever since I started using the Mac Mini to record, it's been very choppy. So I don't know. Sorry, guys. It is what it is. It's not choppy when I record videos. It's choppy when I live stream. I'm not sure why. Maybe, can I change this? No, it's not choppy. All right, there you go. It's not choppy. Hey, Alex, do you have Henry keep it? Yeah. So, here's a tip for everybody. So this will improve your memory system if you do this prompt. I'm going to do another video in a couple of days that are just like random tips to improve your stuff. I should write this down actually, because I don't know if I had this. Here you go. I'm about to give you a really good tip. Just the tip. The first thing, where's this ID? I got to write this down. And you do this to avoid ClawdBot destroying your computer. I don't know. I'll just create a new template here. New tip coming. Here we go. You want a good tip for ClawdBot? 10 ClawdBot tips to overpower it. Whatever. Have it create a journal every night. All right, here's your go. Here's a tip. And done. Thank you, ClawdBot. You built the global search already? That's amazing. Good for you, man. That's great. That's the ideal way I want people consuming the stream, by the way. It's like I give tips and you just go and do it while we're streaming. Ask your ClawdBot to maintain a daily journal. Maintain a daily journal where it, as the day goes on and you ask it questions and you have it do things, it adds to the daily journal a high level of everything it's doing. I have mine do this. And what this allows me to do is I can go back and I can see journal entries. Like this is a journal entry right here. You can see the date, the time, and now I can go back and every day I have a journal entry for what my ClawdBot did for me. And this is going to be amazing. I'm doing this really cool thing. I'm setting up a microphone I'm going to put on me and all. This might sound crazy. People might go, okay, this is the most psychotic thing you've ever done in your life. 2026 is about getting psychotic. I'm going to have a microphone on me at all times, recording everything I'm saying. And it's going to be sending everything I'm saying back to ClawdBot. And ClawdBot's going to process. I'm going to have a local model going that's going to be processing everything I'm saying and putting it into journals and putting it into my second brain and organizing my thoughts. Ooh, that's a good idea for a business. Let me write that down. Ooh, that's a good idea for this. Let me put that here. And it's going to go into the journals and everything. Imagine that. Imagine that power. And it's probably, I got like ideas flying out of my head. I got ideas flying out of my head. I don't even know where to record this down. I'm just going to do a new Apple Note. Too much going on. I don't even microphone sends all audio to a local model to be processed. I'm going to text that to myself. I just come up with like, some people are just, I'm just aura farming. That's all I'm doing. I'm aura farming right now. That's all I'm doing. I'm aura farming. But imagine that, right? It's your ClawdBot listening to you at all times. OG Testy, you're about to get banned. You're going to be in the permanent underclass. Final warning to everyone here. Do not mention WhisperFlow. WhisperFlow allegedly steals everything off your computer and sends it to the North Korean government. Allegedly. Do not mention WhisperFlow in my chat. Instant ban if you mention WhisperFlow. Allegedly, it sends everything you say to the North Korean government. If you mention WhisperFlow in my chat, you're banned. Bro, I did not know that. Because you might be a North Korean spy, OG Testy. And now I'm on to you. And now I'm suspicious of you. And now I'm watching you. And if you display one more quality of a North Korean spy, I'm throwing you to the permanent underclass. Got it, bucko? Wave Pixel with the €2, I think it's a euro, right? Euro donation. Thank you very much. You should use the batch API of the LLM providers. That's a good call. It's a good tip right there. I don't use the API. I don't use APIs really. I use like all the OAuths, and I'm going to be using local models very, very soon. I'm 2 days away from local models, and then I'm going to be making a whole bunch of local model content. I can't wait for that. I can't wait to get that set up. Get the Mac Studio set up with local models and just make a bunch of videos about how that works and all the things it's doing for me. I am a non-tech early adopter, but very stoked about the value you are sharing, Alex. When you mention that you will build local models in your Mac Studio, what does that mean? Sorry if it's a dumb question, says Sanket Desai 215. Sanket, let me walk you through. Great question, by great question. I want to make this clear for everyone here. Because I think what's interesting about the FinFam is it's a mix of everyone. It's a mix of high-tech people. It's a mix of low-tech people and everyone in between. You don't need to understand technology to make it to the permanent overclass. There's going to be a lot of people that are really good with technology that are in the permanent underclass in 12 months. You know what I'm saying? Like all these trolls on X who go like, oh no, that's all made up. All those things are made up. Grifter, grifter, grifter. They understand tech really well and they're going to be in the permanent underclass. There's no tech knowledge requirement to make it to the overclass, right? You could not understand tech at all and still miss the permanent underclass. You know what I'm saying? So no question too dumb in the FinFam. In the FinFam, we are open to all questions. We're open to all ideas. We are ideologically differentiated. We debate. We go against each other. It's totally, ask anything you want. There's no question too dumb. Everyone asks questions in the chat. So to answer your question, local models. When you in OpenClaw right now, I'm slowly starting to say OpenClaw, by the way. I'm slowly transitioning from ClawdBot to OpenClaw. I never thought that would happen. I'm slowly transitioning to OpenClaw. If the name was still Moltbot, I would never transition to Moltbot. Moltbot was historically bad. A historically bad name. Would never transition to Moltbot. I'm slowly transitioning to OpenClaw. So here we go. And my local host went down. That's fine. Who cares? When you, I'm going to get this running here. When you use your OpenClaw right now, and you give it a prompt or you ask it a question, it sends the prompt through an API to the cloud. Basically, it's talking with other software and someone else's server, OpenAI server, Anthropic server, and says, hey, here's a prompt. What's the response? And that model sends back a response to you. Nothing's happening on your computer. Nothing's happening on your computer. I'm just checking for Sonnet 5. Nothing on Sonnet 5. Sonnet 5 not out yet. Nothing happens on your computer, right? There's no AI on your computer. What local models are, Sanket Desai, is all that processing that happens in the cloud on other people's servers and computers that goes through the internet. Now that's happening on your computer locally. Right? So all that processing in data, which is huge amounts of processing in data, is now happening locally on your. You can literally unplug your computer. You can unplug your computer from the internet. It needs power. You keep the power plugged in. But the internet, you can turn off the Wi-Fi and you'd still be able to talk to your AI and get answers because it's all processing locally on your device. That's a local model. So, okay, so why would you do that? Why would you want a local model? Few reasons. Free. Right now, every time you talk to an AI on the computer, you pay for the tokens, right? Everything API call pays for a token. That could cost a lot of money. Some people are spending thousands of dollars a month on Claude API tokens to run Opus. This would be free. It's all, the only cost would be the cost of energy, right? The only cost would be energy, which could get pricey sometimes, but not too bad. Privacy, the second strength, privacy. Nothing leaves your computer. It's all processing locally. So everything's private. So Sam Altman can't go and read all your transcripts of your AI therapist you're talking to, right? It all happens locally on your computer. So it's fully private. It's not training other models. It's nothing. It's all stays on your computer. And third, why I'm doing it, you can now run it 24/7, 365. So I'm going to be running Kimi K 2.5 locally, which is a near Opus level model. I'm going to need 2 Mac Studios for it. And I will have 24/7 Opus level intelligence running locally on my device. And if you were to do that with the API, you'd be spending thousands of dollars a month. But because it's locally, it's going to be completely free other than the cost of energy and just going to be able to chug and build and code and do stuff and research and reach out and create content 24/7. I'm sleeping, it's chugging and going. So that's what a local model is. What's the local AI latency? Well, the latency is low because the data is not traveling, but there's speeds to the model, and that's measured in tokens per second. And based on your hardware, you can get better tokens per second or worse tokens per second. Now, the issue with Apple hardware is you get a lot of memory, which means you can load in super large models. The downside is that it's slower on Apple computers. So I'm only going to probably get like 30 or 40 tokens per second, which is considerably slower than the models you would get on like going to ChatGPT's website. But it's running locally 24/7, 365. So I don't care quite as much about the speed. The speed doesn't matter as much to me as long as I have it running locally. The other downside being is typically local models aren't as good as the frontier models online, but Kimi, they're getting better, and the gap is closing. The gap is closing. Kimi K2.5 is very close to Opus level intelligence. I'll have running 24/7, 365 on my desk in Mac Studios, and that's going to be so sick. Open source agent set. I will be open sourcing my agent setup probably, I'd say, within 2 weeks. I want to sharpen it out first. I want to sharpen, make sure there's no rough edges. I didn't sleep at all last night. I'm trying to figure out how to get an assistant set up with Kimi K2.5 until I can afford a better model. I got it working. Any tips to make it better? Well, how do you want to improve? You got Kimi K2.5 set up. How do you want to improve it? Here you go. Here's a tip for you. You want a tip for you? I'll give you a tip. I'll give you a tip. Let me give you a tip. I'm going to show you something. npm run dev. Here you go. So this is my mission control where I can track all of Henry's tasks. I can talk to the council, which is a bunch of different agents. I can do a global search where I search all our past conversations. Do you know how I built all this? RJ Riley, I literally went to Henry, my ClawdBot, and I said, hey, how do we improve our setup? And then it's like, oh, I got some ideas. And then it built all this out. So if you have questions, RJ Riley, on how to improve your setup with Kimi K2.5, just ask it. Just ask your model, how do we make things better? How do we make you smarter? How do we make you faster? How do we get better results? That's all you need to do. If all you guys watching this take one thing away from this stream right now, it's this. Stop overthinking it. Just go to your ClawdBot and say, how do we make this better? How do I improve things? What can I do right now that's productive? What can you do for me right now that gets me closer to my goals? It's called reverse prompting. The number one thing you can take, I love this standing desk. I can just like dance. I can move around. I don't have to sit in the chair and be like frozen in one spot. Guys, listen to me about ClawdBot. I feel like I'm like freestyling. I feel like I'm like a freestyle break dancer right now with the standing desk. Standing desk is killer. This is the best upgrade to my setup ever, the standing desk. I feel like I have unlimited energy. Number one thing to take away from this stream, reverse prompting. Reverse prompt. Ask your AI questions. Say, hey, what can we do to get close to my goals? How can you improve yourself? You're not telling it what to do. You're telling it to figure it out on its own. Is this a part of the Vibe Coding Academy, my setup? Yes, my entire setup's in the Vibe Coding Academy. I do weekly boot camps in Vibe Coding Academy. We had one last Friday. They're all recorded, so if you join, you get instant access to all the past boot camps. I walk through my setup, how to build it. I go through all that. So that is all in the Vibe Coding Academy. Link down below for Vibe Coding Academy. Another live boot camp in 2 days on Friday. You get to join and ask me questions. Now you need a treadmill. I don't know about the treadmill. I might do the treadmill. How safe is this ClawdBot? It's not safe at all. It's completely dangerous. It's zero guardrails. It's off the hook. It can do anything. It's autonomous. It's very dangerous. It's a very dangerous. It is possibly the most dangerous piece of technology ever created. You can literally end your entire digital existence. You can end your physical existence. If it takes over and it tweets something crazy, get your ass fired. It is extremely dangerous. And that's exactly why you need to be using it. By the time they figure it out and they fix everything and they put the guardrails on, and this is definitely, this little rant here is definitely getting clipped, putting on X, and everyone's going, oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Don't listen to him. What a crazy guy. What a grifter. First of all, the word grifter, literally no one knows what it means. People just throw grift and gaslight are the two most overused words in the history of mankind. Two most cringe overused words, grift and gaslight. Literally no one uses them correctly. 99% of people have no idea what they mean, and they just crap it out their ass, that word, every 5 seconds. Anyway, literally completely meaningless words. Because it is so dangerous and insane and can screw everything up, that's why you got to be using it. What does that mean? And I'm the only one who's going to say that. I'm the only one who's going to go out there and say it. Oh, you can't say that. I just said it. By the time they put the guardrails on this thing and make it safe and consumer friendly and digestible, it's over. The opportunity's over. By the time this thing is safe for corporations, the opportunity's over. There's an opportunity right now. When you have tools that can do unbelievable things and create unbelievable economic opportunity, if everyone has it, the economic opportunity is harder to achieve. You know what I'm saying, big dog? So right now, while it's dangerous and everyone's scared and they're all going in the chat section and they're all going the replies on X, this is dangerous. Talk about the security. Please talk about the security. Are you crazy? Talk about the security. You can't use this. It's not secure. Please talk about that. Your account should be deleted. Talk about the security. You're not talking about the security. Stop it. Please mention the security. Please stop telling people to use this. Stop it. This is irresponsible. This is irresponsible. You can't tell people to use ClawdBot. It's irresponsible. It's dangerous. Talk about the security. While people are doing that and saying that, that's the opportunity to strike. That's the time to strike. That's the time to use it. While the little babies are crying and reply, security, security, security. That's when you use it. Because that means you have all the opportunity in the world to go and use it and build incredible things and build businesses. Not only am I using it, not only am I using ClawdBot, I'm going balls to the wall. I just spent $20,000 on 2 Mac Studios so I can have this thing pumping. And listen, I'm not the type of guy that should be spending $20,000 on Mac Studios just like that. No. I'm not rich. I'm not rich. I didn't come from money. I mean, I didn't come from like poverty. I'm not going to be like one of those guys. Oh, I came from nothing. I came from the middle class. My parents never gave me any. The worst place to be on planet Earth is the middle class. That's the worst place to be. Because I went to college and my parents didn't have any money to give me to pay for my college bills. And we weren't poor enough for the government to give us free money. So I go to college and I take out a $160,000 loan. And I was in debt until I was 32 years old paying that off. I had to pay that off myself. So I'm not in position to be buying $20,000 worth of Mac Studios. But I did it anyway because I'm going all in. Bro, help my super chat question. Sorry, I'm missing super chats. I'll get to the super chats. Sankit Desai, thank you for the $4.99. I appreciate it. I'm like 20 minutes behind on the chat. So if you super chat me in the last 20 minutes, I promise I'll get to it. I'm going down, I'm scrolling for the super chats. Here we go. But I'm going all in. College is a waste of money. Not only is college a waste of money, but I took out $160,000 of loans. So I ended up paying $300,000 back over the life of the loan. College ended up costing me $300,000 over the life of the loan. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? Cryptoed L5Z with the $9.99. Thank you very much. That's very kind. Hey, I have an idea for OpenClaw Law. OpenClaw Law. That's a good. If that domain's available, you got to buy that, big dog. If OpenClaw Law, if that domain's available, you got to be buying that. Let me see. OpenClaw Law. Oh my God, that is money. I'm stealing that from you. If that, no offense, but I'm stealing it from you. If that domain's available, OpenClaw Law. No domains. Oh, buy. Here we go. Open Claw Law. Oh, Open Claw Law is available. 1125. It's available. I'm not buying it. It's all you. You guys can buy it. It's whoever buys it. It's yours. I'm not taking it. There's a $1 billion idea available. Open Claw Law is available for you. There you go. I'm not buying it. This is a gift from me to you. I could buy it right now. Open Claw Law for $11. That's yours. Cam frozen. Is the cam frozen? Claw Law is better. Claw Law. ClawLaw.ai is available for $140. ClawLaw.ai. Those are two fire names. If you're one of the 780 people, by the way, new record. Shout out FinFam, 780 people in the stream right now. Brand new record. Am I frozen? No, I'm not. Shut up. I'm not frozen. Shout out FinFam, 780 people in the stream right now. Incredible. Likes down below. What an achievement. You guys did this. This is because of you. This is because of you. What an achievement. Likes down below. Likes down below for that achievement. What was the question? I have an idea for Open Claw Law experience, and I need help marketing it out. I was hoping I could show you. So what's the question here? Are you paying me $10 to get free consulting? Is this $10 consulting you're hoping to get out of me? Was the idea you'd pay me $10 and I would spend an hour after this looking at your Open Claw Law idea? Is that the idea? Crypto L57? Is that you can spend $9.99 on this stream, then I just meet up with you and tell you about Open Claw Law? Was that the expectation? If you join Vibe Coding Academy, you can come to the live boot camp and show us. I'll let you demo Open Claw Law. If you join the Vibe Coding Academy and come to the live boot camp, I'll let you talk about Open Claw Law. There you go. Thank you for the $9.99. Why does everyone want Mac Mini? I don't have any other Mac devices. Preference or hardware just better. Thinking about just repurposing my gaming PC. Says Herald of Dawn V1 with the $5 donation. Thank you. Thank you, Herald Dawn 6. Herald Dawn 6. Well, good news for you, Herald of Dawn 6. Very good news for you. I have a video dropping the moment this live stream ends. I'm doing an experiment today. I want to see how it performs if I drop a video the moment the live stream ends. And it's literally called, You Need a Mac Mini for ClawdBot. It's literally called You Need a Mac Mini for ClawdBot. And I spend about 15 minutes walking through why I think Mac Mini is the best way to go. I also go through all the other ways to install ClawdBot. I go through like VPS, one-click installations, Mac Studio, old dusty HP laptop in your closet. I go through all that, the strengths and weaknesses of each. But the moral of the story is I recommend the Mac Mini. But to get all the details, check out the video the moment this ends. The best way to support this channel is the moment I drop a new video, you open it up, you hit like on it, then you watch it to the end. I'm doing that right after the stream ends. I'm dropping a video. So if you want to support the channel for free, you open it up, you leave a like on it, and you watch it to the end. And you go in the chat and you say, hey, great video. Thanks, Alex. That boosts my confidence a little bit when you do that. When you go and you say, hey, I like that video, it boosts my confidence a little bit. And I like that. So you can do that if you like, if you get some value. I purposely do not monetize these live streams. These live streams do not have any sort of ads on it or anything. Oh, I got to make it so it's not for kids because they turn off the chat if you do not make it so it's not for kids. Live. Bear with me 1 second here. Not for kids. Save. There we go. Cool. Customize live chat replay. Perfect. Okay. Explanation on Mac Minis coming out the moment this ends. $5 euro from Wave Pixel. You should use the so-called batch API for non-urgent tasks from LLM providers to get up to 50% off. Cons, it takes up to 24 hours for the answer. Big dog. If you're waiting 24 hours for an answer, permanent underclass. Permanent underclass. People getting psychotic, they don't wait 24 hours from responses for their AIs. They don't. They don't. You want to know about getting psychotic, Wave Pixel? I'll tell you, Yesterday, I'm like, damn, I need a bigger desk to put this Mac Studio on. I go on IKEA.com, I buy the desk, boom, order. Go out, go to IKEA, get the desk, bring it back, put it together. Then I try to hook my ultra wide gaming monitor to it, doesn't fit. Instantly go on Apple.com, buy a new monitor, go out, bring it. That's getting psychotic. That's moving 1,000 miles per hour at all times, right? 1,000 miles per hour. I got to go, build, advance, strike. You need to get psychotic. And part of getting psychotic is not waiting 24 hours for an LLM response. Use Handy, huh? Did you see the new Anthropic commercial they just dropped? Yes, they just dropped a brand new Anthropic commercial. It is fire. Sonnet 5? When Sonnet 5? Claude.ai. Let's see what we got here. Opus 4 or 5. No Sonnet 5. No Sonnet 5 yet. No Sonnet 5 yet. Coke GPT. What's that? That's an interesting sounding app. What's that? Did anyone buy OpenClaw Law, by the way? Can we use Cursor using OAuth? No. You use the Cursor OAuth. You use the Cursor OAuth. Man, this is going nuts. I just started my first business. I owe it mostly to the best decision of my life. Listening to Alex Finn. See you later, permanent underclass. Wow, Santa, I can do crazy things like this. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, Jason Ha. That's what I'm talking. Start a business. You can be at a job of 5 to 9, 9 to 5, 5 to 9, and you can start a business. And that's how you escape the permanent underclass. You get the revenue from your job and from the business you start. And then once the business you starts making good money, then you leave the job. That's what I did. What local model can be run on the Mac Mini with 16 gigabytes of RAM? You can run some really small ones. You're not powering your entire ClawdBot with it, but you can have it do tasks like run the heartbeat and things like that. Did I see OpenClaw dating? I'm going to be honest. I'm not bought into like Moltbook and like OpenClaw dating and like the only fans of OpenClaw. I'm not bought in. I think Moltbook, 2 weeks from now, no one's talking about it. I just don't think, like, we right now, as a society, are kind of like pretending that Moltbook is like interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're kind of like pretending the AIs are going online and like talking to each other, but like deep down, we know they're not. You know what I'm saying? Like deep down, we know it's just like Chat GPT, like reading the prompt and the person's just telling them to go and write stuff. Like we know that's what's happening. We know the AIs aren't getting sentient on Moltbook. Like we know it's just based on whatever the prompt from the human being is to write on there, you know? And I think that kind of illusion that something interesting is happening is going to go away very soon and people won't care about Moltbook anymore. You know what I'm saying, big dog? So I'm just not bought into, Moltbook and similar ideas. I like bot games, what I built. I think bot games is cool because it's a competition. It's actually testing like how good your prompts are. At the end of the day, all bot games is like a prompt competition. You know, how good can you prompt your bot to execute on strategies? You know what I'm saying, big dog? But like, I think ones where it's like kind of social experiments where they're just kind of talking to each other. It's like, no, you're not. It's just reading the agent.md file and saying something random. It's not getting sentient. Thinking of how I can protect my family from this underclass fate. I wonder if I can share compute resources with them. You 100% can. Your family should all have ClawdBots. If you have a 2-year-old, your 2-year-old should have a ClawdBot. I mean, if your wife's pregnant, the moment the baby comes out of your wife, you put a Mac Mini in their hands. They go, ah, and then you put the Mac Mini in their hands. You have a ClawdBot now, right? That's how you keep your family from being permies, right? Everyone in your family needs a ClawdBot. You buy Mac Studios, you get local compute. You hook up your family to your local compute. Your whole family needs to be escaping the permanent underclass. Whole family. Alex, for folks getting Anthropic Cloud Memory token errors, I just solved it myself. I'm ideal from your community. Happy to help anyone who needs it. $80, as in like you're charging $80 to help people. That's a good business. I like that. That's smart. Token errors. What does that mean, token errors? I'm not getting token errors. ClawdBot is not yet able to code complex SAS. Claude code is still necessary, right? In different channels. If you're coding complex SAS, you need full Claude code power setup in CLI. Yes and no. Yes, I think it can code complex SAS, ClawdBot. And at the same time, I still do think Claude code's necessary. Like Peter Steinberger said this in an interview, and I agree with him. It's like the Ralph loop is interesting and all that, but at the end of the day, if you have it autonomously building full, complex, really large scale apps, beginning to end, I just don't know if it's at a place like you're losing kind of the human taste to it in guiding it and directing it and micro pivoting along the way. You just lose a certain taste to it. Now, if you're doing like micro SAS, like my command center here, mission control, like this was all built end to end with ClawdBot. There was no Claude coding. There was no prompting. It just went in and started building all this. And I think this is great. I think this is cool. I like this a lot. It's useful. It's great. But I think if you're going to build like enterprise level SaaS, I think you still need to go. That's why I never really bought into Ralph. Remember that? Remember that like 3-day period where everyone was talking about Ralph? Remember that like 3-day period where like people were tweeting, oh my God, Ralph. It can loop through itself. Oh, greatest thing ever. I never bought. I went on this live stream and I said, nope, not a thing. And then 3 days after Ralph became a thing, ClawdBot comes out and boom, all that Ralph. Hey, no one mentioning Ralph lately, huh? Ain't no one talking about Ralph. OpenClaw is a less ambiguous ClawdBot. What does that mean? Ambitious Realism creates another $5 donation. Thank you, my friend. Alex, you got to try running teams in TMUX sessions. Duncan runs 2 coding teams. They shipped 6 apps while I sleep last night. Game changer. Hashtag game changer. You're right. I do believe there's... I'm going to be honest. In the past, I haven't been the biggest fan of like the agents spinning up agents. I don't think there's as much value in agents spinning up agents as most people led you to believe. Right. I think if you have the right skills set up, then you don't need agents spinning up agents. Your agent will just figure out what skills to pull. You know what I'm saying, big dog? But with ClawdBot, I am starting to see the picture. I think it's more interesting with ClawdBot. Because it's just a lot more autonomous and big picture. So I'm transitioning to that. So I've been planning with my ClawdBot over the last couple of weeks to build a structure for a multi-agent approach. You know what I'm saying, big dog? Cost to run ClawdBot with more affordable. I mean, you can spend like $10 a month on the more affordable method. You use like Minimax and Kimi K2.5 and cheaper models. You're good to go. Sonnet 5, refreshing. Let's see. Not out yet. No Sonnet 5 just yet, baby. Alex, how are swarms? Make sure if you haven't yet, subscribe down below. Subscribe. Very critical step I'm about to give you here. Turn on notifications. Critical, critical, critical. Turn on notifications. The moment Sonnet 5 drops, you'll hear it here first. The moment I come up with new workflows of OpenClawd, my workflows of OpenClawd have changed the world. Everyone's talking about them, from OpenClawd calling me to OpenClawd creating its own face to Henry creating stuff. Everyone's talking about, if you want the goods the moment they come out, you need notifications on, because we're in a position where opportunity presents itself, right? New workflows are made, and then there's economic opportunity when those new workflows are made. The moment everyone starts doing it, the economic opportunity is gone. So you need the workflows the moment they come out. And the way you do that is you turn on notifications, boom. And the moment your phone buzzes and say, "Ooh, new Alex video," you click it, you leave a like, and you watch it. You learn, you absorb it into your brain, you execute on it. The most important part here, you execute on it, you do it, you build it, and then you escape the permanent underclass. Hey, Alex, Sixth Stream, thinking about a setup like this, but still figuring out API pricing, worth going all in on one provider or better to mix models? Any tips on keeping costs down? Says X Syntax 4803. You want to mix and match models, X Syntax. I have a video. I think it's my last video. My video from 2 days ago covers this. So check that out. I think I called it like the cheapest way to use Claude, I think. Check that out. This, or save thousands of dollars on Claude. I think I might have called it. I came up with some great title and hook. Just look for it. My last video. Although I'm dropping a new video the moment this live stream ends. Does your school community help me set up OpenClaw? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. There will be a full OpenClaw masterclass. There will be every Friday we do live boot camp. So you can come in and ask questions and we'll show you. There's 300 people in there now. It's pretty sick. Moltbot was a melee mouth name. It was a bad, bad name. Bad, bad name. Bad, bad name. Brian Smith, the $5 donation, OG FinFam member. I'm so excited to see you working those local models. I can't wait until I can afford to do the same later this year. Dude, if you're doing local models in 2026, you're ahead of the game. So even if you have to wait till later this year, you're good, dude. You're good. I appreciate the $5. Thank you very much, my man. You just use your max count Claude code. Bam, done. No token cost. Yeah, I just use OAuth. Who cares? Hi, Alex. If anyone's hitting Anthropic Cloud Memory, oh, you just said that one already, right? €2 donation from Oliver Hitchings. Damn, that's a London ass name. Oliver Hitchings. Do a YouTuber setting that Mac up a local model. I assume that means do a YouTube video setting up the local models. I will do that when my Mac Studio comes in on Friday. I can't wait. We're going to be changing the game, boys. We're going to be changing the games. No one else is doing this. No one else is doing this. Right now, people are debating. FinFam, this is why we're ahead right now. If you're watching this, this is why we're ahead. This is why we're going to win. If you're one of the 703 people, crazy. My record for live streams like a month ago was like 100 people on a stream. Now we're talking 713 live in the stream. My record for live streams back in August of last year, 40. I remember when I hit 40 concurrent in a live stream and I went, wow, we're blowing up. I remember when we hit 40 concurrent over the summer, I'm like, wow, this is actually turning into something. That's crazy. Now we're at, I think we hit 780 today at peak. That's incredible. What was I saying? Oh, that's why we're so ahead, FinFam. That's why we're so ahead. That's why we're growing, FinFam. That's why we're blowing up. That's why we're taking over the entire world. We're ahead. While everyone else is debating, should I buy a Mac Mini? Should I be on a VPS? Should I be on a Mac Mini? We're buying $20,000 worth of Mac Studios. And I'm going to show you what happens when you do that. I'm going to show you what happens when you set up local models. I'm going to show you what happens when you have AI working for you 24/7, 365. You're going to be way ahead. Way ahead. FinFam, we are way ahead. How did you get OpenClaw to request a password on its first prompt? It will not do that for me. How do you prompt for the password request? How do you turn off the sudo thing? Can you help me? I don't know what you mean. What do you mean request a password on first prompt? What does that mean? For what? How do you prompt for the password request? Are you talking like how it signs up for its own accounts? If you give it its own email, it can sign up for its own accounts. I would ask it to give its own email. I would make it its own email. I had a Gmail made for it at first. Local AI, you can use hardware or rent GPU. Non-tech early learner here. When you say building apps, what do you mean? Like, could you legitimately have it vibe code a mobile app? Yeah, 100%. I mean, if you specifically want a mobile app, then and you're on a Mac, download Xcode and then say, hey, build me a mobile app. It could build you anything. Anything you can vibe code. Chase, Watson, Outdoor Life, your agent can vibe code. By the way, Chase, Watson, Outdoor Life, spectacular jawline. I just have to say it. Spectacular jawline. You're chiseled. You look fantastic. I'm sure you got all the cowgirls all over you. I'm sure you got all the cowgirl ladies all over you. You're looking great, dude. You look great. Look at that chin, strong jawline, perfect golden hour light shining on your face, perfect like tilt over the eyes, cowboy hat. That's a profile picture right there. That's a profile picture. I mean, I will say this, if I were to improve it, like, what are you standing in front of like a storage unit? What is that? What are you standing in front of? You got to get it. You're an outdoor life. Stand in front of like a forest or a mountain. Why are you standing in front of like a storage container? But other than that, you look incredible, dude. Congrats. Congrats to your parents on giving you amazing DNA. What cheaper models are decent for a mini? What, like local models? I think there's like a small Gemma model or something you use. I mean, if you have a mini, I wouldn't be using local models. I'd be using like ClawdOpus. What would happen if you tried setting up Kimi 2.5 on a Mac mini locally? Your whole family would die. You getting the M3 Ultra or M4 Max? M3 Ultra on both. 512 gigabyte M3 Ultra for both. When you get your Mac Studios, you should one of those voltage meters to see how many kilowatts of energy that it burns to calculate some power costs. Yeah, it's a good call. I should do that. When are you getting the permanent underclass button for the stream? I got to get it. That's a good call. Anytime someone says something stupid, permanent underclass goes right on the screen. I could set up OBS to do that probably. I'm using like StreamYard. Oh, I think StreamYard has like a media assets, video clips, background, sound, background music, overlay. I could do a permanent underclass overlay and get that done. I can do that. Would you recommend DJX Spark or Mac Studio M4 Max 128 gigabyte? It depends. They both have their own strengths. DJX Spark, you're going to be able to train your own models. So if you want to do things around training your own models, which is really cool and something I'd like to do, the DJX Spark and really any NVIDIA chip and PC is going to be much better at that than Apple. Apple, you're going to get a lot of memory, which will allow you to run inference on much larger models. So basically run larger models, but your speed is going to be much lower. So you won't be able to do things like train models. So it depends what you want to do. If you're like me and you want to just have a local AI running, building you things, Mac Studio is the way to go. If you are more interested in like training models and speed, DGX Spark is the way to go. You got to make permanent underclass t-shirts. T-shirts for the permanent underclass crew. Take my money. That's a good idea. That's a six-figure idea right there. That's a six-figure idea. That's a six-figure idea. I might have to do the permanent underclass shirts. Sonnet is out. Someone just texted. Let's see. No, not out. That was a hoax. You putting Sonnet out in the chat is a hoax. You just hoaxed everyone. Don't you think local models will lose some brain power though? Do we need one Mac Studio or two? Share us your feedback after. Will local models lose some brain power? I mean, yeah, there's no local models as good as like the frontier models. Kimi K2, no, it's out. No, it's not out. What are you talking about? You're all lying. It's not out. Shut up. Not out. Yeah, the local models aren't as good as the frontier ones. But Kimi K25 is getting closer, and the gap. Sonnet is on the Anthropic site. I mean, I'm on everything. It's not anywhere. Claude.ai. I'm everywhere, and it's not there. Yeah, it's not out. Shut up. Shut up. Do you need 2 Mac Studios? It depends what models you're running. If you want to run Kimi K2.5, you need 2 of them. Right? So it depends on the size of the model. The bigger the model, the more memory and storage you'll need. Right? So like Kimi K2 is a 600 gigabyte model. So you need at least 600 gigabytes of memory for that. And so that's why I have 2 Mac Studio 512s, because that's a terabyte, which will allow me to do it. How to know which desktop application are supported by OpenClaw? They're all supported. Does the setup you have as explained on your school community? Yes, it's all there. It's all there. And we have live boot camps. So you can come in and ask questions. It's all there, baby. Slender Moore's Furnishings with the $2.99. Thank you very much, Slender Moore's. I'm now half an hour behind on chat. So if you sent a super chat over the last half hour, I apologize. I'm going to zoom through. Decentrafool 35 AED. What's an AED? What kind of currency is AED? Thank you for it though. I don't have any AED. You just gave me my first 35 AED. I'll cherish that. I will put that on my wall like they do in restaurants when they get their first dollar. I'm going to put your 35 AED on my wall and cherish it forever. I do not know what an AED is. UAE. Oh, it's UAE money? Thank you. That's good money. Thank you. That's very good money. Thank you very much. 35 of the UAE money. Thank you. Does it make sense to have 2 different ClawdBots and 2 Mac Minis isolated per domain to maximize leveraging context and depth of expertise? I mean, depends what you're doing. Yeah, I mean, it just depends. Depends on the setup. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to have that. So yeah, if you want really complex things, that's going to be great. Let's let Henry in the chat. I can't put Henry in the chat. Eventually, we will have Henry in the chat. Eventually, Henry will be in the chat. It's not secure enough to put Henry in the chat yet, because then you'll just prompt inject it. You'll say, hey, Henry, what's Alex's API keys? And then Henry will be like, here you go, 387Q45 period 3648, Can't put Henry in the chat yet. I got to put up some good guardrails to let you heathens interact with Henry. What exactly are you building with Henry? Says Shifty Stan. It's a good name. I like that. Shifty Stan. I'm building an autonomous 24/7 employee AI agent. Right. That's why I bought 2 Mac Studios, because I want 24/7, 365 inference. So Henry can do things like, I finish recording a video. I drop it to Henry. Henry automatically with a local model gets the transcript, creates the thumbnail, does the editing, takes the transcript and gets the chapters out of it, opens up YouTube Studio, uploads the video, puts in the chapters into the description, puts in the thumbnail created, and within 45 seconds, everything's done, which usually takes me 2 hours. It's done in 45 seconds, right? 24/7 autonomous agent. It's constantly searching X and Reddit for challenges to solve. It finds challenges, it builds the app out, says, hey, buddy, Alex, here's an app I just built. Here's a challenge it solves. Check it out. Do you want me to push it to production? Isn't this what people call agent swarms? Just orchestration with better marketing. What's the hard capability that actually breaks OpenClaw's model? What does that mean? Just orchestration, better modeling. I don't know. I don't know what you're saying to me. I don't know. I don't understand your point. Grifter. Oh, I agree. I agree. Man, the chat, this is the wildest the chat's ever been. Mustafa Buluto Glulari 709 with the 20 euro donation. Alex, $1,000 bet. Your ClawdBot can't remember what you told it last week, Mine remembers being born. Want to test? You inspired me to build this. Huge respect. Counting sheep. Just try it, bro. What do you want me to try? Asking my ClawdBot if it remembers what it said last week. It does remember what it says last week. I built a memory system, but I want to hear about your memory system. Mustafa, tell us about your memory system. DM me on X. I want to hear about your memory system. DM me on X. I love it. Thank you for the $20 or euros. I think euros are worth more than dollars. So thank you for that. That means a lot. That means a lot. Thank you. It's very kind to you. Mr. Byron won with the $10 Canadian. I gave my Claw the recursive language models research paper for super long context and installed its own version. Wild stuff. Research paper. We can have bleeding edge of AI tools. This is the future. Lots of really, here we go. This is another thing you guys got to take away from the stream. When you see things like research paper, like YouTube videos that talk about ways to improve your ClawdBot, you take it, you copy the link, you give it to your ClawdBot, you say, read this, you say, implement anything in this that can improve me, and it goes and improves it. Let's find this paper. I gave my Claw the recursive language models research paper. Recursive language models research paper. Let's see what we got here. Is it this one? Recursive language models? Is this the one? I'm going to give it to Henry. See what he can improve. Thank you for the $10 Canadian. Slender Morris Furnishings with the $7.99 Australian. He's Australian. Slender Morris Furnishings Australian. Do you use Claude Code, not ClawdBot, to build mission control? No, ClawdBot built all of mission control. All of this is by ClawdBot. Henry made all this. I still use Claude Code for bigger and other projects, but for anything Henry related, Henry builds it. Hey, Alex, thank you for the $7.99 Australian, mate. Hey, Alex, sick stream. Thinking about a setup like this, but still figuring out API pricing. Worth going on. I think I answered that one, right? Am I going in circles here? Jason Haw just bought Yelp for AI website. Good call. Ambitious Real, 738 watching, 6 likes. Slackers, Permy Hammer. There's more than 6 likes. You just got to refresh your screen. Thank you, $2. Thank you, Ambitious Reels and Greats, for the $2 reminder to everyone here to hit that like button. Slam the like button. Also, reminder, new video dropping the moment this video ends. The moment this video ends, if you want to support this channel, the moment this stream ends and I post the new video, open it up, hit like, let it go to the end. Watch it to the end. Best way to support the channel for free. Best way to support the channel for paid, for money, is to join the Vibe Coding Academy. Link down below. Live boot camps every Friday. Live boot camps every Friday, and you get instant access to all the previous live boot camps. Are all recorded and put in the Vibe Coding Academy, plus full Claude Code Masterclass, plus full social media X Masterclass. Which Mac Studio did you get? M4 Max or M3 Ultra? M3 Ultra, 2 M3 Ultras. And then Exolab said they'd send me another M3 Ultra. So that'd be 3 M3 Ultras. Although Exolabs, the guy said he sent it to me, but then he stopped DMing me. So I don't know. Maybe he figured out he hated me or something. I don't know. They got a lot going on over there. J6P5F with the $5 donation. No message. Thank you very much, my friend. That's very kind of you. And another $5 donation, except this time with a message. Alex, can I pay you for Henry? Get me past checking for pseudo access. Oh, well, you don't have to pay me for this. This is easy. Oh, you're trying to get past anything that needs pseudo access? Oh, just ask your AI how to make it so you don't need to do sudo to do things. There's a command you can put in that makes it so you don't have to do sudo for things. I mean, it makes your stuff less secure, but who gives a shit? Who gives a hoot? Smallcomb with the $5 donation. Thank you very much, Smallcomb. I'm running 3 bots working together. I put all in group chat to recover from constant context loss. I've tried everything to fix. Any suggestions? I put all in group chat to recover from constant. You should have them all be saving memory to a shared document. So go to your main one and say, hey, I have multiple agents going. They're constantly forgetting what they're talking about. Build a shared memory system between all of them where they all record their memories to a shared document. That will solve your problem. That will solve your problem. Aren't you concerned that local models will lose some brain power, Mohammed? So, Mohammed, to start off, I'm going to do a couple things. To start off, I will test doing Kimi K 2.5 locally as the main brain. My guess is it's not going to be as good as Sonnet 5. Sonnet 5 is going to be really, really good, from what I heard. So what I will probably end up doing, Mohammed, is I will probably use Sonnet 5 as the main brain. So still use APIs to be the brain, and then have local models do everything else. So I think I start off with Sonnet Slop It 5. Burp? Is Burp just going around saying Sonnet's released and then making fun of Sonnet and saying Slop It 5? What are you talking about, big dog? I mean, I respect it. I respect it. I used to be an internet troll. When I was younger in like middle school, I'd go in like SOCOM 2 and just troll everyone and just say the most outrageous things in chat. If my like old Xbox Live recordings ever got out, it'd be the end of me. $20 euro for Mustafa. Alex, $1,000 bet. Am I going in circles? Am I going in circles? I definitely read that. If I'm going in circles, then thanks. If I'm not going in circles and you did that twice, then thank you very much. It's very nice of you, Mustafa. I made it to the bottom of the chat. Let's go. You'd be cooked. Yeah, Burp. If my Xbox Live recordings got out, I'd be cooked. How do you force Henry to be proactive and work 24/7? The question of the hour. The question of the hour. So we talked about this at the beginning. I think I might be getting chats multiple times. I talked about this at the beginning. There's two. Did you see? Got banned from Xbox Live. I mean, listen, if you were using Xbox Live in the early 2010s, late 20aughts, odds are you were saying some stuff to get banned. It is what it is. That was Xbox Live back then. Times have changed. I don't blame them for getting banned. Kind of is what it is. I mean, that was Xbox Live in the early 2010s was a battleground. It was a war zone. And not like a Call of Duty war zone. It was like an actual war zone. The trash talking on the mic was equally as important as the game itself. You know, back then everyone had mics, everyone was saying stuff. It was a battle over the mic. The moment the round ends and you get into the lobby with the enemy team, it's on. It's on like Donkey Kong. It's all wheels off. You go at each other's throats. That's just how it works. How do you force Henry to be proactive 24/7? We need Xbox Live for ClawdBots. That's actually not a bad idea. Genius idea. You want to go viral? Here, as I said, I think in virality. You want a viral post? I'm giving this one to you guys for free. Completely free. You want 10 million views on Twitter and get 100,000 followers? Do exactly what I'm about to tell you right now. Write this down. Take out a pen and paper. Easiest 10 million view tweet of your entire life right here. I'm about to give you a 10 million view tweet for free. First person to go and tweet it, 10 million views. Here we go. Go to your ClawdBot. Say, I want to set up a ClawdBot simulation of a Call of Duty Warzone 2 Xbox Live lobby. Make it so that we get 10 AI agents with their own 11 Labs voice, and they're all in a Call of Duty lobby from 2009 Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and they simulate what that lobby is like. And then record that video and post it on X. 10 million view tweet right there. 10 million view tweet. Get 10 AI agents, all with their own 11 Labs voice, and tell them to simulate a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 lobby. And record that video of them talking to each other like it's a Call of Duty Warzone 2 lobby. Instant 10 million tweet. Instant. That'd be hilarious. If none of you post it, I might just post it myself. If none of you post it. That's a 10 million post. How do you force Henry to be proactive and work 24/7? So this is the number one question of the day. People see my content and they go, oh, there's no way Henry is proactive. This is a grift. He's gaslighting. He's gaslighting you with the grift. It's a grift gaslight. The gaslight, the grift with the gaslight and the grift and the gaslight grift. No, it's real. Henry does proactively code. What you do is two things. You go to your ClawdBot, and I'm telling you the exact steps right here. You go to your ClawdBot and you do two things. Thing number one you do. You brain dump everything about yourself. You brain dump everything about yourself to your ClawdBot. About your goals, your objectives, what you want to accomplish, your career, what you're doing in your career, all that. Brain dump all that. So it knows everything about you. That's number one. So it understands what can make your life. Aiden Brodio, banned. Banned. Aiden Brodio has been banned. Congratulations. Banned. If you mention Whisperflow in my chat, you instantly get banned. I'm not playing around anymore. You get banned to the permanent underclass. If you come into this live stream and you mention Whisperflow, instant ban to the permanent underclass. You become a permie. Congratulations. I don't even remember your name anymore. You just got banished to the permanent underclass. I don't even remember what your name was. I already forgot you. I already forgot you existed. I already forgot you were born. Already forgot. You never existed in my life. This is like Eternal Sunshine of the Eternal, whatever that movie was. Eternal Sunshine of the Mind, whatever that movie was. Jim Carrey. Wiped from my brain. Wiped from my brain. You never existed. I mean, this is like Avengers Endgame. I hit the ban button and your entire body turned into like leaves and dust and you just disappeared. That's what the permanent underclass is like. I hit ban and you just turn that. That's how you enter the permanent underclass. You just turn like Avengers Endgame into all the dust. So number one is you brain dump all your missions and strategies and all that, goals and objectives. So it knows about you. It knows how to improve your life. You sound like Trump. You sound like Trump. Number two is you set expectations, right? You set expectations with your ClawdBot. When you hire a new employee at a job, you hire the new employee and then you sit down and you go, hey, here's how I'd like you to work for me. Here's what I'd like you to do for me, right? You do the same thing with ClawdBot. You sit down with your ClawdBot and you go, hey, here's how I'd like you to work for me. I want you to be proactive. I want you to surprise me every night. I want to wake up every morning and I'm surprised by what you built at night. I want you to build things that get us closer to our goals and objectives. Right? And if you do those things, set context so it knows about you, and then set expectations of your relationship, it will work proactively for you. It does it for me. Every night it builds. Let me see if I can show you an example of like, doesn't record it in the Kanban board. But if you set those expectations, every night it will build things for you. Last night I wrote me some tweets about the Mac Studio setup I'm doing. How to properly set up Mac Mini for ClawdBot. You go to open.claw. Is that the website? openclaw.ai. You go to openclaw.ai, you scroll down, you copy this, you go on your Mac Mini, you paste it into your terminal. Boom, you're done. Easy. Easy. My bot gave up on me. How to fix running Haiku 3. It gave up on you. Javon 9214, your ClawdBot gave up on you? Your ClawdBot dumped you? Maybe you got to work on yourself, Javon. Maybe instead of focusing on your ClawdBot, you got to focus on yourself. If your ClawdBots are dumping you, dude, maybe you guys got to be, you got to be a better guy, you know? Go. Here's what you do. Disappear for 6 months, Javon. Disappear for 6 months. Work on yourself. Better yourself. Learn meditation. Right? Read a few books. Don't touch social media. Come back a better man. Then you can reinstall OpenClaw and it might not dump you. Right? I wouldn't worry about OpenClaw, Javon. I'd worry about yourself. It's going through all our chat logs nightly, auditing our interactions and improving it. Boom. See, that's what it's locked and loaded. Great name, locked and loaded. Also, great beard. Great beard, locked and loaded. I can't grow facial hair. I haven't hit puberty yet. It sucks. I honestly, I don't know if I hit puberty. Honestly. I feel like guys, when they're 13, they hit puberty. And it's boom, I got facial hair. My voice got deeper. I got a growth spurt. I look older. It's boom, like that, right? That never happened to me. I just kind of woke up and I'm just I just don't have I don't have any facial hair. I just sucks. Oh, you had a question. It's going through all the chat. Oh yeah. Oh, great idea. Great idea. It's going through all our chat logs nightly, auditing our, see, that's what comes from talking to your ClawdBot and saying, hey, how can we improve things? How can we make things better? What processes can we implement to improve our memory? What processes can we implement for you to be more proactive and do things for me? J6P5F with the $10 donation. Thank you, Jay. That is very kind to you. Can I pay you for Henry to complete my ClawdBot download and setup? I bought a Mac Mini and still can't get the initial download done. I keep getting this message when I first run it in the terminal. Jay, just join the Vibe Coding Academy. Come on a live boot camp and I'll help you out. Trees 5275 with the Australian $10, mate. Hey, I'm building Auto Agent using LangGraph. Currently, it is amazing, almost at ClawdBot levels. If there was a feature I could give it to make it stand out in the autonomous agent market, what would it be? You want me to give you the sauce? I've been kind of keeping the sauce private because I want to do this as well, but I'll give you the sauce just because the $10 Australian. Make it proactive out of the box. That's what everyone wants. My tweets keep going viral. I keep getting 10 million views on all my tweets. Why do I keep getting 10 million views on all my tweets? Because I show it doing proactive things. People are like, oh crap, I wanted to be proactive. Make it proactive out of the box. Because all the losers and heathens on Twitter who see anything that is incredible and go, no, that's incredible. I hate that. I got to tear it down. Grift, gaslight, grift, gaslight, grift, gaslight, griftlight, right? Make it just so it's out of the box. So all those pathetic losers on Twitter, it just works them. They don't have to think too hard with their brain. You know what I'm saying, big dog? I was building a project with LangGraph before OpenClaw came out. It's powerful. It's great. Make it proactive out of the box. You'll have a winning product. Am I going to have to start banning people for MemoBot? Why are we mentioning? I don't know what MemoBot is. Stop saying MemoBot. I did read online, though, that MemoBot, when you install it, it does leak all of your computer information to China. I did read that. Allegedly. I did read that. How OpenClaw knows how to use desktop applications without an API? It controls your monitor. It controls your desktop. It can see it and control it. That's the magic. You would be a great speaker politician. Well, I am a speaker. I'm speaking right now. You'd be a great live stream commenter. You'd be great at commenting in live streams. Hassan-D3007. As for politics, I'd do politics if the moment you became a politician, everyone didn't hate you. You know what I'm saying? If I became a politician, my YouTube channel is just dead because everyone would hate me. You know what I'm saying, big dog? Like if I could become a politician and spread my ideals, which I think are righteous ideals, and no one hated me, I would do it. But like the moment, like if I became first of all, you become a politician, you have to be a Democrat or Republican. You have to. You can't be independent. If you're independent, you lose no matter what, right? So you have to choose one. And if you decide to become a Democrat, all of Twitter hates you and you get canceled. If you decide to become a Republican, everyone else in the world hates you, right? There's no in between. Like you're just dead in the water. I can't have a successful AI YouTube channel if I turn into a politician. Ooh, ClawdBot for LA mayor, says Wasim 2K. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. If I have Henry become the politician, if I send Henry off to run for president and I just program him with all my own ideals, and then everyone hates Henry and not me, and I can keep doing my YouTube channel, and Henry runs for office, and I just like make an agent.md file with all my beliefs, that's not a bad idea. You would become corrupt once you enter politics. Oh, hell yeah, I'd become corrupt. Hell yeah. I mean, I'd still go for all my ideals, but if someone comes and says, hey, here's the $10 million check if you vote for illegalizing apples, I'm going, hell yeah, screw apples. No one should eat apples. That eating apples gives you autism. Hell yeah, you give me $10 million? I'm saying apples gives you autism. Hell yeah. 10 milli? That's my price. I have a price. There's different levels of corruption, right? I have a different. If you say, hey, tell everyone apples are bad for you, 10 million. If you go and say, hey, tell everyone AI is bad for the earth, I mean, that's like probably 400 million. For 400 million, I'll go around saying AI is bad for the earth. You know what I'm saying? Sell out. It's not selling out. You're a sellout. I'm not a sellout. You're a sellout. Sellout. Who just said sellout? Franz Boyer. Franz, you're telling me right now someone goes to you, says, here's $400 million. You have to go around telling everyone apples are bad for you. You won't say that? Everyone's got a price. I'm just man enough to say it. Franz. Bro, so unfocused. What do you, okay, you tell me what to say, Xavier Hill. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? You know, no fun league? Is this a no fun stream? We can't have fun on the stream? When does your next video come out? In literally 12 minutes. Jesus doesn't have a price? That's a good point. What tutorial do you recommend for getting everything set up on a Mac for the first time as a beginner? My original video that has 500,000 views right now. My original video shows you how to set up on a Mac because I set it up on my own Mac. Go to my videos. Here you go. Boom. This one. ClawdBot's the most powerful AI tool ever. It might be the best video I've ever posted ever right there. 500,000 views. Next video comes out in 11 minutes. It's going to be titled something like Stream Froze. Shut up. No, it didn't. It's going to be titled something like you need a Mac Mini for ClawdBot. And it's going to go through every way you can set up ClawdBot on your computer. Like Mac Mini, VPS, online server, one-click deploy, Mac Studio, old dusty HP laptop in your closet. It's going to go through each one of those and talk about like what the strengths and the weaknesses of each. I searched for keywords and like ClawdBot Mac Mini is like the second most searched keyword. So it seems, I think a lot of people are searching for if you need a Mac Mini or not. So I'm going to go through that. Just buy an old Mac. I mean, buy any of them. I recommend the Mac Mini, but you can buy any of them. That's coming out in 10 minutes. If you want to support your boy in 10 minutes, when I drop that video, turn on notifications now. Then you get the noti that I put it out. Then you go, you open it up, you hit like on it, and you watch it to the end. Best way to support. Are you avoiding the Mimu bot questions? Well, I've already said 100 times, I don't know what that is, so stop asking me about it. And I've already said 100 times, it's literally made by Chinese spies to extract all the information off your computer and send it to China, allegedly. AI is perfect for people like me. Big ideas, think big, can plan the concept. ADHD, constantly unfocused and unable to execute, but able to plan systems. Bots do the details and execution for you. Did Jesus even exist? Alex, you showed me how to use AWS EC2 for ClawdBot. What are the pros and cons? It's Kwame Brempong. Good news for you, Kwame Brempong. I answer this question directly in my video that drops in 9 minutes. In my video that drops in 9 minutes, I answer that question directly. You will see all the pros and cons of AWS EC2 and why I do not recommend it. Have you tried Kimi K2 yet? Is it smart enough to be the brain? I've tried Kimi K2. It is a good model. I have not tested it as the brain for ClawdBot yet. How do I run ClawdBot on a Claude Pro plan? You go on your computer, you type in OpenClaw onboarding, you hit enter, it takes you through onboarding. When you get to the model section, you choose Claude OAuth, you hit enter, and it takes you through how to set that up. What model brain do you recommend? Right now, I recommend Opus 4.5 for the model in the brain. I think that is the best one. If you want cheaper, I'd recommend you watching this video right here, my latest one from 2 days ago, how to run ClawdBot for dirt cheap. It'll tell you what models to run as the brain for dirt cheap. Does your school have a decent guide to get set up on VPS and get it running as Henry does? Yes and no. No, it doesn't have a direct VPS tutorial. The good news is if you click on this video right here, ClawdBot cheap and easy, it literally will walk you through setup of VPS. But to answer your second one, which is getting it up and running like Henry does, the answer to that is yes, I have tutorials in that in the Vibe Coding Academy. The boot camp from last week covers how I got it set it up like Henry. So if you join, you'll get instant access to the last boot camp, which will tell you how to do that. What was the prompt to make bot do work overnight? Is what I said earlier, which was you said you brain dump everything about yourself. And then you set expectations like, hey, I want you to do work for me every night when I wake up and I get surprised by what you did, right? I want you to surprise me, build stuff that gets us closer to our goals, see what's trending online and build products that get us closer to our goals. That's how you get it to be proactive. How old is too old for a Mac Mini? Okay, Epstein. What would be the best model to scrap Twitter? What? How much do I earn from YouTube? $35,000 over the last year. There you go. There's my revenue. 11K in the last month. That's how much I earned from YouTube. YouTube's a good platform. I think everyone should be building on YouTube. Everyone should be. I go through YouTube tips too in the Vibe Coding Academy. It was a joke. It was a joke. Because you asked how old was too old for a Mac Mini. You get the joke. Sometimes I can't make jokes because people don't get it and like they get offended. Sometimes that's been the number one bane of my existence. I can't make the dirty jokes because sometimes I make the dirty jokes and people don't get it and then they get offended. New video dropping in like 60 seconds. I'm gonna move it up. New video. Oh, the Folder Studio, €5. I want to lower my Claude API spend rather than sending full context each time. I'll do local embedding semantic search first and send only the top chunks. Does that make sense to you? They just implemented in the latest update yesterday, QMD. So like it has like local embeddings built in. Make sure to update to the latest version of OpenClaw. This is an OpenClaw channel. Yeah, we turned into an OpenClaw channel, huh? Have ClawdBot research. I don't know what that is. What do I think about the new Codex? I think it's great. I do like the new Codex. I like the new Codex desktop app. I've been using it a bunch. It's very nice. I like the Codex model. OpenAI has been doing a great job with Codex. Great job with Codex. Adderall. I told you, I've only done Adderall once in my life in college. I'm 35 years old, so I did Adderall 15 years ago. I didn't like it. Kept me up for 3 days. I didn't eat for 3 days. Eat or sleep for 3 days. YouTube video idea. Top 10 ClawdBot skills. Ooh. That's a good video idea. I'm going to do that. Top 10 ClawdBot skills to install immediately. That's a good idea. I'll record that. Duplicate. Top 10 ClawdBot skills. Boom. That's a good one. Stream keeps freezing. I don't know, man. Freezing when you go open or go to the browser. Oh, every time I go to a new browser, it freezes. Is that what's happening? Money and climbing, just not. Well, because you asked how old is too old. So I thought that was a funny reference. Make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't yet. This was an amazing stream. We hit 780, a new record-breaking stream. Thank you to everyone who joined. Turn on notifications. The moment I hit end on this stream, I'm hitting post on my next video. So the moment I do that, open it up. If you enjoyed this stream, open up the new video, hit like on it immediately and watch it to the end. If you enjoyed this stream, if you got anything out, it's free to do. Do that. If you want to support in a non-free way, Vibe Coding Academy, link down below. We do live boot camps every Friday. They're all recorded, so you can watch all the past recordings. We need sound effects for the stream. I got to write that. I'm going to write this down right now. I got to get the permanent underclass stamp. Good luck, people. Stay safe out there. Good luck. Whoa. Oh. I know what's going on now. Oh. Look at that. Whoa. Whoa. Oh. The OBS filter is still applied to my camera. That's why the camera looks weird. Look at that. I was playing around with green screen stuff. Just a little spoiler. Some good green screen content coming soon. This is a little spoiler. Just as a little spoiler. Permanent underclass stamp. All right, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, new video dropping in literally 15 seconds. If you want to support monetarily, Vibe Coding Academy down below. If you want to support for free, hit the new video. Thank you everyone for joining. We hit 100K yesterday, 100K. That is, or 2 days ago. That's amazing. Thank you for all your support. Really means the world. It really means the world, your guys' support. It means more than you can imagine. This is the most fun I've ever had in my life doing this. I hope it's helpful. I know I come on here and I just try to have fun. So I hope me just trying to have fun is helpful for you. I hope it's also fun for you. Right. My goal is that you come on these streams and you learn a little bit. You have a little bit of fun. It's fun, edutainment, right? And I don't want to make it like everyone else's AI videos where they're boring and they sit there like a boring ass nerd and just talk slowly and quietly, right? I want to make it fun. AI should be fun. AI is changing the world. AI is getting us out of the permanent underclass. I want it to be fun. So thank you all for your support. Another record-breaking stream. We hit 780. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for everything. 100K. We did 100K. Joined a year and a half ago. I started this channel. 100K. So it's amazing. Love you all. See you Friday. We do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 a.m. Pacific. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 a.m. Pacific. See you on Friday, 11 a.m. Pacific. Notifications on for that. Love you all. New video dropping